What is up, everybody? It is time for the RetroYuuki Roundup on the Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2023. Hopefully, you guys are having a very good Valentine's Day, safely, hopefully. And don't forget to treat your significant other or your Valentine to dinner. And speaking of treating everybody, I have some treats for you all in the Call of Duty department. Because this week is all Call of Duty except for potentially 515. The This one is to make up for yesterday. However, right now it looks like my co-stream partner is not going to do it, so I'm gonna actually move it. So we're gonna actually have Call of Duty all week, all the way to Saturday, except for Sunday. We're going back to our normal content. So if you like Call of Duty and if you're ready for season 2, this is your week. It could start as soon as tonight at 5:30 with Call of Duty DMZ. I'm going to be doing the final runs for season 1, and then that's it. Tonight, late night, we're going to be focusing on the missions and the raids. Keep in mind that raids are like special missions. Okay, so if you want to try that, we can go for it. We're going to try to unlock some operators at the same time. Then the real thing becomes tomorrow. Tomorrow is the real deal. Tomorrow we drop into Ashika Island for the first time. We're going to be playing Rebirth Resurgence. Keep in mind, if I say Rebirth, I also mean Resurgence because it's the same. A lot of people call it Rebirth, a lot of call it Resurgence. I'm going to use those two terms interchangeably. We also have a co-stream tomorrow with Jiffy X Gaming with Resurgence. Okay, so check that out. On Thursday, we're going to have our first runs at DMZ in Season 2 of Ashika Island. We're going to check it out, have some fun with the DMZ for Thursday. Friday is multiplayer night. We're going to be focusing on the multiplayer aspect of COD, including the recycled maps, I should say. We have Dome, we have Dome, we have the museum. We have two battle maps, the airport and the Zaya Museum, the Zaya Observatory. So check those out for multiplayer on Friday. On Saturday, it's not on the board yet, but we have our our Ashika Island Rebirth Community Night. So anybody who wants to play can play. Okay, now keep in mind, if you want to do a co-stream with me, please tell me ahead of time because I want to make sure that I can book it. Okay, I need to book it early so I can put your name on the board. Because if I don't put your name on the board, then it's not a co-stream. Okay, so keep that in mind as we get ready for season 2 tomorrow. Okay, now that I talked about the schedule for this week, let me explain next week. Next week, we are back to normal, as in normal content. So, Mario Friday, Mario Mondays with Francis the Fox is back in full. Yesterday was kind of like offsetting. Was kind of an offset because I want to make some content for you guys before Call of Duty drops for the season 2. So we've continued on with Mario Galaxy. And then on Tuesday of next week, we are back to VR chat on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I'm going to be playing as Infinite. And then on Thursday, I'll be playing as Shady. Now keep in mind that we are also testing something for VR chat. We're testing out monetization in terms of live monetization. So for the last few VR chats, there are no advertisements, no ads. The one on next week, that's for one. We're just testing it for one. I want to see what type of advertisement comes up and see what they're offering. The reason for this test is to see what type of like advertisements come up during a VR chat stream. I actually wanted. I'm actually interested to see what they come up with. I'm not gonna be surprised if they give you like advertisements for like toilet paper. I don't know why. It just happens. Or like Cheez-Its, and like snacks. I'm not gonna be surprised if they do that. But we'll see what happens on that. And then on Wednesday, we're going to go to RetroYuuki Gaming Wednesdays. On Friday's kind of a real question mark. I don't have technically anything for Friday. There's technically nothing for Friday right now. Remember, community night is Saturday. So right now for Friday, it's Francis Fridays with Francis the Fox. Okay, so keep that in mind. That is still a thing. Saturdays are community nights; those are returning, and the one for the next one is gonna be on the well, besides the community night for Call of Duty, our next one after that is February 25th, and that's Fortnite. I might change it to Apex because Apex has got another season too. So I'll decide by this weekend if we're gonna be doing Apex or COD. Excuse me, Fortnite. We're not gonna feature Call of Duty 3 weeks in a row. That's just not happening. And then Sunday is going to be our community nights again. Our indie game nights. And I do want to talk about indie games in a moment because that is our next topic of discussion. So in the community tab, I had you guys vote on a poll along with that experiment for the monetization of, do you guys want indie games for one weekend for each month, meaning Friday to Sunday. That means no community night, but you get indie games. So far you guys said yes, and actually there is a few indie games that are going to get a early access, including Assault on Proximia is going to get a early access in March, according to the developer, as mentioned during the stream. Okay, so one weekend per month is going to be dedicated to indie games. That means 6 indie games because of the way the streams run. Okay. Now that we talked about that, let's talk about the actual RetroYuuki gaming channel because there's gonna be some changes that are gonna be made after. So we go to the RetroYuuki gaming channel. I wanna emphasize something before we go to that channel. The RetroYuuki Productions channel is mostly focused on the characters. What do I mean? I mean Francis the Hedgehog. I mean Francis the Cat. I mean Infinite the Jackal. I mean all those characters that you see on my streams recently. Those is what RetroYuuki Productions is about. Okay, the only reason why this week we're gonna be focusing on Call of Duty is because there's a new season tomorrow. But other than that, and other than community nights, it's all about the characters. So, here's what's going to be changing. Don't expect me to play Call of Duty each day, every day next week. Okay? It just so happens that this week is the new season. Expect more of this stuff. VR chat, roleplay, or something. I'll talk about roleplaying in a moment though, because there's some new announcements I need to make. VR chat highlights, those are still coming up. Francis the Hedgehog reacts to Deviant artwork. That's still going to happen. Roleplay shorts, that's still happening. Francis the Hedgehog reacts to anything. That's still going to happen, and there's going to be more of Tavarius ARPs on this channel. Francis the Fox plays Mario Galaxy or enter Mario game here. Mario Maker 2 is the only other exception to this channel. Guess what else is coming to this channel now that I talked about it? Francis the Cat reacts to anime art. Infinite the Jackal reacts to video game art. The Infinite Zone is back, guys. So I was not joking when I said the Infinite Zone is coming back. I did not cap, and I'm gonna explain. I'm going to show you guys a trailer. It's a short trailer, but this is the trailer. This is the new trailer, or I should say the new intro. This is how it looks now. Or the trailer, excuse me. That is the trailer. So that is a little taste of what you can look forward to its zone. So that's coming to RetroYuuki production. Now, the only reason why Mario Maker 2 is still on the board here is because we are doing Mario Maker 2 again in March. And that's the next special, March 10 to March 13. 12, excuse me. March 10 is because it's Mario Day. March 11 and 12 is because it's the weekend. So Mario Maker is back for at least 3 days. Okay, so get ready for that. Next thing is the gaming channel itself. So on the gaming channel currently, there's not much. There's a tutorials for the emulation, Melon DS and Dolphin. There's going to be a new one starting soon for SNES 9X. For those of you who like to play Super Mario, original Mario, the Super Mario World, the ROM hacks, Lunar Magic, all those kind of things. I'm gonna show you guys how to start setting that up so that you guys can play. Then we have our indie game showcases. We're gonna be focusing on like gaming on this channel, like any type of gaming. Okay, I'll explain one of the types of gaming that are going to be on Wednesdays. I will also be putting up gameplay of other games that you might want to check out. Commentaries. Now that is still a thing that's new. RetroYuuki commentaries. I'm not gonna do this like, oh, I'm just gonna do it just for the sake of getting views. No, I'm gonna test it out first to see if you like it, because these commentaries are based on gaming topics. For example, E3. Is E3 so useful after the rise of the internet? I said no, by rule. I mean, but not by rule, but my opinion said no. I said no because there's already leaks way before E3 even begins in LA. Okay? There's everybody's predicting, everybody's leaking out information about Mario, Call of Duty, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. And besides, they are already doing their own presentations using the Nintendo Direct or State of Play or whatever Microsoft is doing. So is E3 so useful? Nintendo started the whole Nintendo Direct thing back in 2012, 2013. And then Sony's State of Play started their own thing, then Microsoft started their own thing. So is E3 so useful? So check that out if you're interested. RetroYuuki Gaming News. Now this one is kind of more of a testing phase. Is gaming news going to be part of this channel officially? Maybe. The first one I did was for the Call of Duty Path to Season 2 blog. Now, I don't want to be that guy who only focuses on Call of Duty. I'm only posting the first one as Call of Duty because of Season 2. But let's say you want Nintendo news. I can do that. Once I figure out how I'm gonna format the show, the show, it is possible that I do a gaming news live, but I want to see what you guys think of the format, because the way I did this was I broke down the blog for season 2 of DMZ for this one, where we talked about what's going to happen in DMZ for season 2. I read the blog as if we were going to read every word. Okay? And I still have to do an updated blog because of the new stuff, and I'm going to be also doing something else on this channel that I want to talk about, and that is going to be reviews. Game reviews. Game, game reviews. We're going to be focusing more on the indie games though. There is a game that's coming out in March that I'm going to try to get for this channel as well. And that is the Resident Evil 4 remake. I am excited for that. Do not get me wrong with that. I loved the original Resident Evil 4. Don't get me wrong. I cannot wait for this remake. Okay? I just hope that they put everything that I was thinking of in here. The game reviews, commentaries, gaming news, indie games, tutorials, and more coming to RetroYuuki Gaming after Call of Duty specials. Oh, and one more thing. JRPGs. What? What do you mean by JRPGs? Well, JRPGs is a role-playing game from Japan. Or, should I say, cute stuff. Currently going on is the RPG Maker Festival of 2023. And what's going to happen here is they're going to give you a sale of RPG Maker. So if you never played RPG Maker is basically you can make your own games with RPG Maker engine. And interestingly enough, I just went back to RPG Maker last night and started redoing one of the mechanics of my own game. No cap. Did I ever tell you guys I'm still making it? Making my own game happen in RPG Maker. So this is RPG Maker, and you can make your own games with RPG Maker. I actually used to do tutorials for this. There's a new RPG Maker coming out this year called RPG Maker Unite, and he's going to be using Unity engine. So that's gonna be interestingly. That's gonna be interesting. We have some other games from RPG Maker that you can purchase for the sale. One of them is free to play, Nikki. Interestingly enough, this one I'm checking out. I'm also checking out The Witch's House and other stuff, other games like this one. This is free to play, by the way. This one right here. Okay. I don't think I have it on my wish list. Now I do. So check these out if you guys are interested. And these types of games, including the main story games like the Tales of Graces, Tales of Berseria, they're coming to RPG RetroYuuki Gaming as soon as next week after the Call of Duty stuff. So every cool stuff is coming up after the Call of Duty stuff. Coming up for the channel. This one I'm definitely going to add to my library right now. So check that out if you guys are interested. Now that we talked about that, let's get started talking about the other stuff coming to other channels. Because that's not all for today's roundup. I want to go over the community tab. Assuming that the community tab wants to load. That is. There we go. There we go, Mr. Community tab. So let's talk about the community tab. So I already talked to you guys about this one. That was for the week 1 weekend per month. Uh, whoever voted for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, congratulations, you just won the Super Bowl. I am doing TikTok now. I am having a TikTok. We have our brand new TikTok. We have the DMZ snipes round 2. Also, time for sniping in DMZ. That's round 1. And the test of the vertical highlights show for VR chat also on the board. So those are our newest 3 TikToks this week. I bet there will be more this week, especially for Call of Duty. Look out for potentially more this week for Call of Duty material, especially sniping and DMZ and Rebirth. Okay, I've been using that vertical plugin for a while and I'm loving it. So make sure you guys follow on TikTok, RetroYuuki, and we'll be also doing live streams there once I get to 1,000 followers on TikTok as well. Let's see what else do we have on the board. The return of the Infinite Zone, yes. Infinite the Jackal will react to DeviantArt video game art. Let's see what else I want to talk about. The alignment, the realignment. Basically, I talked about the realignment after the Call of Duty specials. So basically, that is what it is. I'm talking about the realignment. Video game reviews coming to RetroYuuki Gaming and RetroYuuki Productions will have the only things that are going to stay on the RetroYuuki Productions, that is gaming, is going to be VR chat, Maple Story, and Rust. And community nights. That's it. That's the only ones that are coming or staying. And Mario Maker. And then Francis the Cat will be coming to content next week. Potential preview soon. This is how he looks like right now. I'm gonna change this for sure. Because every character I have has a Chaos Emerald t-shirt. Every one of them. Except for Luna, I think. Luna and Freya don't have that. But every character I have has this shirt. Same color, same emerald, same thing. Only difference Francis the Cat has shoes and socks for now. Let's see what else that we have on the board before we go on to our next topic for this roundup. We have, I think it's all Francis the Hedgehog, the cat stuff. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I did want to touch on something. This poll in particular was supposed to be for the weekend because of I took a break from COD to get ready for this season. So originally, the game on Friday was supposed to be Humanity Z, which is a zombies shooter game. The reason why I did not play it, however, was not because I don't like the game. It's because when I tested it out, the controls are kind of clunky, if you will, and that's putting it a little bit nicely here. I couldn't control it correctly. Like there was a few issues that I couldn't do it correctly. And at the same time, when I looked at it on the page for the demo page for Steam Next Fest, a lot of people preferred the other game, the Zombie Survivors, over this one. So I think I made the right call. Okay, so that was for that. Now I do want to show you guys some new stuff that is coming, and that is the customized so-called ad banners. So I've been working on some interesting material, including ad banners. Now keep in mind, these little ad banners and quotation marks are not going to pop up like you would see a normal ad. These are customized by myself. And what's going to happen is during videos, I'm going to manually put this up during a video. So for example, this one, Wednesday night RetroYuuki, Wednesdays at 5:30 and 8:45 on RetroYuuki Gaming. Here's one I am making for a content creator named Gaming with Green. He does poker nights on Saturdays, and that is what I made for him. So poker night with Green, Saturday nights on Facebook on Gaming with Green. So if you like poker, like the card game poker, you can expect poker every Saturday nights with Gaming with Green. And I actually customized the poker chip to have his icon there, and the card on the right. That I made this happen. I put this like I sent it to him too. Here's a VR chat live one every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30, returning next week. Here's the one for community night Saturdays at 5:30 and 8:45. The 4 games that are featured here are Call of Duty Season 2 now, Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Halo. And that's all for now in terms of the content. There is one more that's coming up that I'm going to show you guys. I can't show it to you guys yet until I actually like confirm that we're doing it. It is a roleplay project, but I do not want to get your hopes up yet. Wait until I say something before we talk about it. It is a roleplay project again, but I will tell you it is a smaller cast. It is not as big as what Emerald Hunters used to be. It is going to be a lot smaller. Okay, so those are little ad preview there. Ad promotion. There is one more thing I'm going to preview, however, in terms of what we're going to be doing. I am making a scene of for break, like be right back. It's not ready yet, but if you guys remember, the Gaming with Green one, this is kind of my idea. So when I'm on break from a game, let's say I'm in stream, and I say we'll be back after the break. What's going to happen is I'm going to press a button on my stream deck. And the idea is, instead of just showing you an image, for example, this one, let's just say, for example, instead of just showing you this image, I'm going to be making a video where I promote not only our content here on RetroYuuki Gaming and Productions, but I'm going to be promoting other content creators for you to check out after the stream is over. My idea is so that you don't get bored when I'm on break. You can check out some clips from my fellow content creators. For example, Gaming with Green with Poker Night. There's Jiffy X Gaming with Call of Duty. There's Jimmy Dukes Gaming with Call of Duty. There's those are the only 3 I'm going to feature for now, just because I want to test it out. I still have to ask. I already asked Jiffy and Green for permission. I'm still waiting on Jimmy Dukes Gaming for permission. But that is a little bit of a taste of what else to look forward to starting actually during the Call of Duty week. I'm actually going to be making that video. That scene soon. So look out for that. Let's see what else I'm gonna talk about. Oh yes. Here we go. The website. So I have not touched on the website for a while, but it is still up here. So this is RetroYuuki RP, our website for roleplay. The only new thing is we have a roleplay break in effect. I actually made a blog, and the only reason why we've been on break was because a few things are going on. In addition to that, obviously this week is the Call of Duty weekend, the Call of Duty week for season 2. So that's another thing. Why we're not role playing this week? Because I want to show off Call of Duty stuff for this week. Because there's gonna be a lot of COD. Okay, and then after this week, there's no more COD until March. There's no more Call of Duty until March. So yeah, take this week as a Valentine's Day present if you like Call of Duty. Okay. Let's see what else. So that scene. Oh, make sure. Oh, just speaking of Jimmy, I think he just messaged me already about something. So this might be breaking news story right here. Let's see. Thursday. Oh, yeah. Jimmy just texted me. So Jimmy Dukes Gaming. Thursday, I'm locked with Miko. Unfortunate one. And the guy played during the day, during the week. I said yes. So, so look out for a 2:30 show. 2:30. 2:30 during the day. So breaking news: Jimmy Dukes Gaming gonna play potentially in the afternoon. 2:30 or 3. We'll see. So that's just coming down right now. So there you go. You just got another stream on the board. I think that's it for this roundup for now. Oh, one more. I forgot. Memberships. Okay. This one's gonna be a little tricky. Okay, memberships. Okay. I can't promise you anything right now because of all the things that have been happening. So memberships. So I'm still doing members only thing. But with all the things that have been going on with VR chat recently, it's been very, very difficult to get role plays in. So here's what I'm thinking for now. Early access to, let's say, oh boy, this is the difficult part. But I am willing to do early access to, let's say, Francis the Hedgehog makes reacts to, no, excuse me, Francis the Cat, reacts to anime art, because he's gonna do that. I'm gonna actually do that just for right now, just so that you can get content on the communities only, on the memberships only, because I don't want you guys to be bored if you are in the membership only tab. Okay, so look out for that if that possible. Okay, so I have a lot of stuff to show you guys, but I can't spoil nothing more than that. Okay, now what happened to Patreon? I'm still thinking about it, but not right now. That's all for this roundup. I hope you guys are excited for COD, because I am. And boy, is it gonna be nasty. Yep, it'll be very nasty. Be very nasty in a good way though. We'll see you guys at 5:30 either for VR chat or COD. And we'll see you guys tonight for COD. The start of Ashika week. Enjoy!